one question was about calcium supplements. So these are like calcium sandos, and a lot of calcium supplements are like available freely in the market, and people have started taking them and thinking, these are like health fads, so they keep coming and going. So are these recommended? Who should or who should not take calcium supplements?
Typically, Apurva, that our daily allowance of calcium in the body that varies with a person to person, varies with age, varies with in a females, if in the pregnancy status, post pregnancy status, or a post menopausal status. So typically, whatever our diet's calcium intake is, you can say, the typical vegetarian diet we are taking. Uh, if I take it as an adolescent girl, I think if we want to avoid the calcium supplementation in an older age group, typically in the females, I think our activity should start during the childhood or during the adolescent age. Typically, that our peak bone mass, what we call it as an bone, should achieve the maximum calcium density uh, in females, typically during the adolescency or by the age of 20. So if any girl child is deficient in a calcium diet during adolescency, she would have a peak bone mass less. Okay, and during a menopause, this the bone mass which is already not in optimum is getting demineralized. So I think for the girls uh, during adolescency or the growth time phase, we should focus on calcium supplementation so that they can attain optimum bone mass during that time. That should be our first activity that I would recommend to reduce the incidence of osteopenia or osteoporosis in the later age group. The second is the pregnancy time. Most of the ladies take calcium and iron very regularly on the pregnancy, when in the 9 months time, they take very regularly. But what happens that during the post pregnancy time, during lactation, during that post delivery 1.5 or 2 year, during that they are lactating, they usually forget to take the calcium. And I just wanted to put the fact that the calcium need of an lactating mother is almost double of a pregnant woman. Okay, so a lactating mother needs a calcium supplementation, and that needs to be taken care of to avoid demineralization of his own bones. That should be taken care of. And similarly, the postmenopausal women, because due to the hormonal lake, they start demineralizing their skeleton. So we need a vitamin D or calcium supplementation uh, to reduce their bones fragility. And similarly, for the men's also, we don't focus usually on the men's skeleton issue, because we think that males have usually good calcium in their bones. But with under exposure of a sunlight, now the we are seeing that the osteoporosis is on rise on the males as well. So the other thing that we would recommend is for males, you get your vitamin D level checked, get your BMD checked when you are over 40. If we find that it is an osteopenia, definitely the male should also get the calcium supplementation and the vitamin D.